Welcome, everybody, to today. If you're listening to this via podcast, Spotify, Apple, Google Play, whatever the case may be, do me a favor and share this video out with 2 to 3 people you know like love. If you're watching this on YouTube, do me a favor, drop a comment, like the video. Today is going to be an amazing video. Haven't done a video in a couple of weeks. Been really busy with my other businesses. It's going to be called Cold Calling Real Estate on Steroids. Like, here's some 2024 tips that you can use and do to take your business to the next level when it comes to cold calling, lead generation, list to pull, dialers, rotational lists, all of them. I'm gonna give you some stuff that I charge people thousands of dollars for today, free of charge, because I want you to be successful, and then ultimately I want you to come back and work with me. So definitely take this information and run with it. Uh, if you don't do anything else, good information is useless unless you actually implement it. So cold calling on steroids, what does that mean? Cold calling is simply just a strategy, right? And once you understand that, then you will know that, okay, this is an activity I must do every single day. Because cold calling is not about the list more so. It's about just being consistent and being at the right place at the right time. I said this many times before, that concept still applies. Most of you guys are not consistent. Most of you guys are not at the right place at the right time because you're not consistent. Meaning that if you're not consistent, you don't know when a motivated seller is ready to sell. There's no list out here that can tell you Justin, a truck driver, lost his job and he's interested in selling his house because he cannot afford that mortgage anymore. The only way to come across a situation like that is to stay on the phones, have your VAs on the phone, have your team on the phone. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, we call this list 5 times, it's not working. Continue to pound the list. Pound the list, pound the list, pound the list. It's just like football. Continue to run the ball, even if it's not working, because once you become effective at it, it's going to be beneficial for you. So that being said, um, you want to make sure that you're calling Monday to Friday every day, a minimum 4 hours a day, and you are being rotating different lists. So if you are in real estate, just use a big blanket list. A high equity list can do no wrong. And the reason why, because all of the other leads and lists will show up on the high equity list, right? Your probate, your pre-foreclosure, your tax delinquent, your divorce, your title landlord, your absentee owner, um, all of these lists will literally show up on that high equity list. Most people think, oh, I need this special list. I need that list. I need this list. I need this software. I need that database. No. You just need a high equity list that skip trace really well, and then you just need to know how to rotate it, rinse and repeat it. Now, here's some ninja stuff. I'm only going to give on this one video. I'm never going to repeat it unless you're in my paid program. When you're cold calling, each cold caller you have, you want to make sure that you're creating multiple personas, right? What I mean by that is, use ChatGPT and say, help me create multiple different types of cold callers. I'm a male, 36. I'm calling from Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. Help me create 3 different names that's common in Richmond, Virginia, or Dallas, Texas, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, vice versa. And then I need to create 3 to 5 phone numbers per name. And so that way, every day I can call the same exact list. Because if the sellers don't know you or don't even know that you called before, then that's a whole new touch, right? So you can literally take one cold call and turn it into 6 cold calls by doing this. You can do this every day. The cold call can be a different persona, and they can rotate their numbers so they get a better shot. So by the time next week comes, it's only if they only call that list 2, 3 times a month. Are you following me? Meaning that if I have 6 names that I can use when I'm calling people, and I have 3 to 5 numbers per name, that essentially it's like me dialing a fresh list all over again because no one knows who I am. And everybody is different. So if people respond to names differently. I might not like a person named James because everybody I ran across James end up being very disrespectful to me. So when I hear the name word James, I'm just very sound off. I don't know. I'm okay. But if I hear Justin, I might have a grandson or a nephew or cousin or somebody that I like and know that's named Justin, so I'm okay with talking to you. So this whole psychology of talking to people goes so deep that most people are just thinking of it from a surface level standpoint, meaning that if you're not focused on how many touches you'll get in your list, you're not going to produce many leads. Now, uh, these are high quality leads on the high equity list. Now, you could go to a pay point time dividend list, meaning like they have to do something within a certain amount of time, such as a tax deed list, tax sale list, short sale list, pre-foreclosure list, auction list, divorce list. These lists are effective. I'm not writing them all because once again they show up on the high equity list. But if you want to just you know, literally just separate them out and just focus on that, you can still do that. You know what I mean? So the next best thing is, am I equipped? And then you gotta ask yourself, am I equipped to handle a pre-foreclosure lead? Like, do I have the understanding and the skills to give them the best advice possible? Because what if I can't give them a cash offer on their house? Do I have the resources to point them in the right direction? So you want to be a resource hub when it comes to cold calling. You know what I mean? Some of the things I do for my VAs is just give them resources. Hey man, here's a place to pay people electric bill. Here's a place to give people food. Here's a place to help people if they're behind. And I invite the VAs to text and give them resources to people in a time of need, even if they don't want our services. Because we want to make sure that we are pure value and we're offering nothing but value. And most businesses are built and scaled on word of mouth. You know what I mean? So if you help Miss Susan and you give her a cash offer and she sell her house, guess what? When someone else needs to sell their house cash and discreetly, guess what they're gonna call? They're gonna call you. So once you really build up these 5 personas, and let's say for example now you got 2 cold calls, guess what? You got 12 people calling for you for the price of 2 cold calls. And this works really well. We're going to go into really details on our cold calling course that we're recording currently and putting out. But when I show you this and I show you the spreadsheet, how to track it, you're going to be like, wow, I didn't really need to hire more cold calls. I just need to be effective in the way I call people, follow up. The different times of the day, like maybe you'll call a list at 10 in the morning, and then Friday you'll call them again at 3 in the afternoon, and you'll just test it. You know, the good thing about campaigns is all about split testing, right? Understand, okay, well, this is not a good time of day calling this list. This list works better in the afternoon. So once you understand that, you can take your business to the next level. Now, you want to make sure that yourself and your team is equipped with strong rebuttals. So go through all of your calls and just listen to like the top 15 responses that you get and then create rebuttals for them. And role play with your team to ensure that these rebuttals like come second nature to them. They understand, they know exactly what to say. It sounds human-like, and they don't sound like they're reading off a teleprompter or script. So the best cold callers are the ones that work without a script, but understand the framework that they need to do in order to get a person to commit to wanting to receive an offer or book an appointment or sell their house or whatever the case may be. That being said, make sure that you understand exactly what your day-to-day look like for your cold calls, right? What are your KPIs? How many dials per hour should they be averaging, right? How many leads a day would you want them to produce? How many leads a week would you want them to produce? How many quality conversations do you want them to have per pickup? All of this stuff matters when it comes to measuring how big you want your operation to be, how many leads you want to take in. You don't want to just get junk leads, you want to get quality leads. And I would rather have 3 to 4 quality leads a week than have 15 people that's not interested in doing business with me. That being said, you can structure all that to via spreadsheets. There's other softwares and disposition strategies on your dollar that you can implement to keep track of this. But a good old spreadsheet the Google Sheet will do. I like the Google Sheet because it updates in real time, and everybody with access to it update their sheet for them without having to keep sending, physically emails of the new sheet that's been updated. That being said, if you follow this, right, get 5 personas, 3 to 5 numbers per persona. Call your list every single day. Focus on getting more touches and hitting that high equity list, and then niche down to your pain point timestamp list that they have to do something in a certain amount of time. You should be able to produce quality leads, right? And just continue to work with your VAs and listen to the calls. A lot of operators make the mistake of not listening to the calls, not providing real-time feedback, and not meeting with them enough on a weekly basis to ensure that they're doing an effective job when they're working for them. So that being said, if you want to work with me, you want to take your business to the next level, and you're looking for some great trained already cold callers, head on to my website, CEO929.com. That's CEO929.com. Book a consultation call with me to figure out what we can do to help you take your business to the next level and go from there. If you're looking for mentorship or coaching, something long term, and you have a little money and you want to get, the cheat code to really get set up and established, head on to my website, click on the VIP program, book a call with us to see if we're a good fit. You get signed up, we set you up, and we'll send you on your way. Other than that, if you like the video, comment, great video. Keep doing what you're doing, all the good positive stuff. I see you guys on the next one. I'll be back with some more thunder. Like I said, this is a cheat code that I don't even really talk about publicly, but I feel like it should be addressed publicly for the people who do follow me. Hopefully you catch the gem. If not, just book a call with us and we'll figure out what we could do to help you take your business to the next level. It's your boy, Antoine Campbell. Until the next time, follow me on Instagram at CEO929 and head over to my website, CEO929.com and book a call. That's CEO929.com and book a call with us. It's a no obligation, free strategy call. And we'll work on figuring out what we can do to help you take your business to the next level.